Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Frank and thank you for joining me today in talking about this MagSafe Duo Charger. Apple announced this charger actually in the event where they released the iPhones. When I first heard about this, I was really excited about it, being able to charge two things at once, and I was really excited to check it out. At the same time, it did give us quite a bit of a wait. It's December, but nonetheless, we have it now. Let's go take a quick look. Taking a closer look at the charger, there's two sides of the charging pad. On the left, you have the MagSafe charger, which help align the wireless charging coil with the phone. And on the right side, as you can see, we have the charger for the Apple Watches. First things first, let's get the obvious things out of the way. It is $129. As you already know, it certainly is not cheap. There are so many great available chargers out there that you can find online, and I'm sure with all the research you're able to do, you can certainly find one that fits your needs. Let's take a look at the content of the box. You got the charger right here, and other than some paperwork, you have the cable, which means there's no charging brick. When you use this with a 20-watt charger, you get 11 watts output on the iPhone side. If you use a charging brick that's 27 watts and above, you get 14 watts on the phone, which means this is not going to be the fastest speed you can charge your phone. I normally just leave it charging overnight, so that really doesn't bother me. If you do want the fastest charging speed, please just use the cord that came with the iPhone. But compared with the other available accessories on the market, when it comes to wireless charging, this is still quite fast. Okay, with that out of the way, let's talk about the actual product, what it does, what's the benefit, is it actually good? So taking this out of the box, it does have some weight to it, which will help keeping it on the table. As you know, the magnets are actually quite strong in these things. This is the back side of the charger, as you can see. We got the charging portion up on the left for the Apple Watch, and you got the Apple logo on the right. The texture itself, it's similar to the MagSafe charger center part, but it is a lot smoother and comfortable to the touch. Initially, I pictured a softer material, especially with the middle part, but it actually turned out to have some resistance if you want to try to bend it. I believe that is to protect the wiring that's inside. You do have the ability to fold it together. If you need to take it anywhere, it makes it a lot easier to transport. If you do want to charge one thing at a time, you do have the ability to turn it around to minimize the footprint that it's going to take. As I mentioned earlier on the functionality of this charger, on the left, this is a MagSafe compatible charger for your phones. Not restricting to that, this is a Qi compatible wireless charging pad, which means that anything that really supports Qi wireless standard, you'll be able to charge. Your phones, your AirPods. But here on the right side, this is for Apple Watch only. The most obvious benefit of this would be to be able to charge two things at a time, needing only one cable right here. So how is that helpful, right? If you're imagining if you're packing for a very short trip, you just don't want to carry that extra cable, or a lot of times you just don't have that wall outlet space anymore. This solves that problem. That means if you need to go travel somewhere, that's one less thing to pack and one less thing to worry about. But even if you're just staying at home, especially this year where travel is really difficult, being able to declutter and simplify and to have just one cable running down your setup does make it a lot more easier to manage. On the Apple Watch side of the charger, you do have the ability to lift it up and down. So if you're wearing one of those newer bands where there's a single loop, or if you just want to use the nice step mode horizontally, then it's very easily to just sit it like this and continue to charge your Apple Watch. My favorite feature about this is actually this part of the charger. So this is what I mean. When you're using the regular MagSafe charger, it is very small and it sits very securely at the center of the phone. But because of the metal is all the way to the side, every time I try to take the phone off of the charger, you hear that? I feel like I'm scratching the back of my phone, and I really like the frosted glass that I hate to put scratches on it. I have not yet seen any scratches on my phone, but I can only imagine over time it's not going to be very kind to the glass in the back. And another thing is, this really is a very strong magnet. Alongside with the magnets in the iPhone to align it, every time when I put the phone down, the charging pad portion actually lifts up from the table and clicks to the back of the phone, which is pretty cool. But over time, I couldn't help wonder, is it only going to do any damage to the back of the glass? And to prevent it from scratching the phone, I noticed myself trying to do this, try to move it off center a little bit, and then gradually take off the phone, which now is a whole project. So this MagSafe Duo Charger that we're looking at solved both of the problems. Because of the rubber padding in the back, whenever I go lift it up, I no longer have to worry about lifting this metal part, and it protects my phone from any further scratches. And because it is quite heavy, it has a weight to it. Whenever I put my phone down for a charge, I'm not going to worry about the impact of the whole charger jumping up and having that impact to the back of the glass. I know the glass has been getting stronger and stronger. I just want to be a little careful. And at the same time, because of the larger footprint, I can easily hold any other part as an anchor when I take my phone off the charger versus that just single cable coming off the regular MagSafe charger. Last but not least, here are my concerns about it. Number one, this white material, how easy it is to keep it clean. The second would be the connection part between the two. This is a pretty thin rubber right here. I'd be curious to see if that will last. I really hope it will hold up long term, but both of these concerns are regarding long-term use and maintenance of it. We'll just have to let time tell us the result. Thank you again for joining me in this really quick video. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more content, and we'll see you next time.